Hey y'all, it's Abroad on a Budget, and I think this is the brightest video I've uploaded so far because it is only 3:20 in the afternoon. Today is the first day of my post-glove break. It's the Easter vacation, and I've just come home from school. I'm throwing some of my food prep pasta in a pan, and then I'm going to get ready to go to my second job at the dance studio where I'm able to get my free lessons for dance. So I'll talk about that in another video, some different kind of frugal hacks you can do for trying to get things like yoga classes or dance classes. I take aerial silk, for example, for free in exchange for your time. But something interesting came in the mail yesterday that I thought might be something that people were wondering about, or I'm always curious to know how things work in different countries. So since this is a channel about budgeting and money, I think it's appropriate to talk about taxes. And the way that you do taxes in Sweden is so unbelievably so much easier than it is in America. I came home yesterday to this package. It's a little blue envelope, so you always know that it is your tax declaration. And inside of it is a little information booklet here. And then your taxes are already done for you. It's done. So it just comes to me. I'm going to block out my name and my address in this very fumbly kind of way. But basically you can see this document here, and it's just everything organized, exactly how much you've made for the year, all of your deductions that you might have, and all you have to do is go through and check it. And when you're done, you just take your phone and you send a text message and you say, yes, I confirm that everything looks great. So I already know, for example, just here by looking at it, I know all of the taxes that have been taken out of my paycheck for this year, and I know how much I've made for this year. Everything is taken care of, and I just look here and it says, okay, great, you're going to be getting back 1,729 crown as a tax refund. This is also already automatically linked to my checking account, and it will just be deposited in there sometime in July. So doing my taxes in Sweden, because I don't own a home, I don't have children, I don't have to do anything like that, it's just as simple as checking it and just seeing, yep, everything looks correct. Send a text message, the money gets deposited in my checking account. So you might be wondering, well, how is this done? The way they do this is they have an organization called Skatteverket, and this is their little symbol right here. So everything goes through Skatteverket. It's like the work organization, and I have a number here, a person number, exactly like I would have in America, a social security number. And that social security number, of course, is linked to my employment because they need to have it to prove that I'm legal to work here. So basically what Sweden does is they skip the step of the W-2. Clearly the federal government in America already knows how much you're making. It's already tied to your social security number. They send you a W-2 to your work, but then you have to go and compile all of those W-2s, put everything together, take your exceptions, file it out in a 1040, then mail it off or submit it online, however. So Sweden just skips all that. They skip that bureaucracy and paperwork, and they just put it all here. So instead of it being a W-2, it is just your tax form, like might be a 1040 EZ. It's already filled out. So you just sign it, or rather you sign it with your phone whenever you send your text message. So it's nice to know that I already know about that. I won't be taxed, of course, on my tax refund. It gets deposited directly into my checking account, as I mentioned, and then I just get to use that money. So now I can budget that into my summer travels. So that's how taxes are done here in Sweden. Things are still going well for my no sugar, no spend April. There was leftover cake in the staff room today. Still, all of the various pieces of leftover cake, whenever they came together, they equaled a whole extra entire cake of leftover cake. I just ignored it. But I did come home with a bit more free fruit and an entire free salad because I didn't have time to get seconds today at lunch. So I just threw it in a container, packed it up, and took it to go. So I'm going to eat that for lunch on Saturday. It's turkey breast and a big pile of salad. So that's it for now. Tomorrow we're going to have some friends over to have a traditional, a traditional Swedish thing is on Fridays to have tacos for dinner. And they're not, just don't get excited. Just let's pause it right here. It's not like tacos like you might get in Texas, and I'm biased, but they're not authentic. It's more like, like Taco Bell or, it's an approximation of tacos, but it's close enough to where I really like it, and we're having friends over, and we're making tacos, so it should be a good night, super cheap. It's usually about $5 a person once we divide up all the ingredients. So that's it for me. I'm going to file my taxes as soon as I get off of here, and it'll take me about 10 seconds. I know that tax season is approaching in America as well, April 15th, if I remember. I get an extension for that because I live abroad, even though I do still have to file taxes because, a fun fact, only 2 countries in the entire world require their immigrant workers living overseas to pay taxes at home. That is America and Eritrea. The only 2 countries in the world that require people to pay taxes when you're not living in the country. However, and this is a big however, you don't have to pay taxes if you're making less than $130,000 a year. And I promise you I'm definitely making less than $130,000 a year as a teacher in Sweden. So I just still have to file taxes, though. I still have to tell America how much I'm making. Then I have to fill out a foreign earned income exclusion document. Then I have to write a letter that says why I'm living overseas. So filing taxes in America, even though I don't have to pay taxes, I just have to file them, takes me 50 times longer. And that's not an exaggeration because it takes about 10 seconds here and it takes about an hour to do that for my American taxes. And I have to do it every single year. So I'm going to be doing that soon. So I feel the pain with all of you of having to get your taxes sorted. But at least this Swedish situation is a little bit easier. I hope y'all are heading into a good weekend and things are going well. And I will update you to let you know how my first weekend of vacation went, trying to do this no sugar, no spend. Bye.